Nigerian newspapers, and I begin with this Nigeria newspaper. And the major story here says FGTUC disagree on 50% implementation of agreements. Constant strike threats sends wrong signals to potential investors. Government warns. Economy no going back on reform, says Tinubu. Another story here, federal government calls for action against dollarization of locally produced commodities. And troops eliminate 286 terrorists, rescue 122 hostages in 1 week. At the top corner there, hat trip Lagos civil servants to work from office 3 days a week. That's from the media chart the Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu held yesterday. And this other story quickly, Ighodalo Shuaibu emerged Edo PDP Guba flag bearers in parallel congresses. Some of the stories you find on the front page of this Nigeria newspaper. We'll move quickly now to the Daily Trust. Youth hardship, youth attack trucks, steal food items in Niger. And the riders here say police stop protests against hunger in Jigawa. Dikwa residents threaten to join insurgents. Nigerians interested in practical solutions, not theories, Shetima is saying. And at the downstrip there, ECOWAS may lift sanctions on Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso tomorrow. And Senate rejects 65-year retirement age bill for National Assembly workers. Another top corner, federal government bans cooking gas export to stabilize price. Some of the stories you find on the front page of the Daily Trust. To the leadership newspaper, the major story here, still talking about a hardship. Protesters loot truckloads of foodstuff in Niger. Go beyond promises, supporters tell president. Customs begin sale of seized rice, other items. National Economic Council targets price relief. Some stories you find there on the front page of the leadership newspaper. And to the Daily Times now, hardship. Makinde tackles Akpabio over federal government's 30 billion naira gift to states. The president of the Senate had said that the federal government gave the governors 30 billion naira to address the matter of hardship, and Governor Makinde is querying that statement made by Senator Godswill Akpabio. Now, another story there. Stakeholders harp on securing schools to improve enrollment. Federal government to UC Pali as NLC insists on protests. Some stories you find on the front page of the Daily Times. To the Blueprint newspaper, ongoing reforms in the interest of Nigerians, the president is saying, and assures on new investment opportunities tackling poverty, will work with executives on nation's challenges, Abbas is saying. At the downstrip, $800 million for port rehabilitation ready soon, Oyetola is saying. In Kaduna, strange disease kills 3 health workers, patient at military hospital. And the military hospital, a spokesperson has responded with regards to that. We'll move now to the Nation newspaper. President knocks permanent secretaries for slowing down governance. Tinubu demands monthly key performance indicators. No to unacceptable delays. And Lagos Ogun Customs unveil food, other palliatives. The downstream police joint patrol on Lagos Ibadan Road, marking day attacks at Akpabio. Some stories you find on the front page of the Nation newspaper. To the New Telegraph now. Arewa Economic Forum to Tinubu reinstate subsidy, remove governors from palliative chain. As hardship worsens, Tinubu no going back on reforms, tackling poverty. Governors not aware of additional 30 billion naira allocation, Makinde is saying. We're on trial anytime naira is on trial. The CBN is saying, urges patience, promises imminent relief. Adopt participatory governance. Catholic bishop urge Tinubu political leaders, say Nigeria descending to chaos, anarchy. And IBEDC disconnects UCH power over unpaid electricity bill. Kaduna Electric set to refund overbilled customers. Customs begins rice auction at various commands tomorrow. FX 25 kg bag at 10,000 naira. Interesting. I hope that this gets trickled down to those who need it. FX scarcity, airline operators may shut down soon, says Okonkwo. Abbas, Gbajabiamila Batsari, others pay tribute to Naaba. Some stories you find on the front page of the New Telegraph. Ibrahim.
Here's the first with me. Here is the first news. Exclusive 40 million naira cash stolen from Nasarawa governor's bedroom. Few months after workers' security aid stole $20,000 from deputy governor's office, latest theft still being kept secret amongst government house staff. Theft not yet reported to police, PPRO. And then hardship, perish coup thought, it's evil. Military warns agitators, says will come after those calling for our intervention. While we replaced Uzodinma's Edo governor primary chair, that's according to APC, Labour Party crisis, Abure forged our signatures, aggrieved candidates allege as party dismisses claim. On the bottom strip, FARC, federal government, states, local governments share 1.15 trillion naira for January. And then Edo confusion as PDP produces two Guba candidates in parallel primaries. 400,000 policemen can't secure 200 million Nigerians, Speaker Abbas. Hardship, Sanwo-Olu slashes transport fare, permits civil servants to work from home. Yoruba Nation agitator Sunday Igboho back in Nigeria for late mother's burial. Gunshots as hoodlums hijack trucks, steal food items in Niger State. Despite challenges, no going back on my reforms. Tinubu, food crisis. Akpabio lied. No governor got 30 billion naira, says Sheyi Makinde. The Guardian newspaper is next. 15 years of insurgency. Tales of woe for survivors. Joy for repentant terrorists. Furore over Tinubu's 30 billion naira to governors. Senate Reps pass Southeast Development Commission bill. Fresh worries for Naira as FAAC shares 1.149 trillion naira to federal government, states and local government areas. Hardship. Sanwo-Olu announces 25% slash in fares, other palliatives. PDP factions produce Shaibu Igodalo for Edo Goba poll. 3 months after, military yet to release panel report on error drone. Take steps to avert planned protests. Afenifere tells Tinubu, Labour, others. That's about it for the Guardian newspaper. Next is Daily Independent. Those calling for coup d'etat are Nigeria's enemies, CDS. Senate rejects extension of 60 years National Assembly staff retirement age. Hardship. Sanwo-Olu okays civil servants to work thrice weekly. Edo 2024 Goba poll. Asue Igodalo emerges PDP candidate. Philip Shaibu wins factional Edo PDP Goba ticket. 3-story building collapses on Lagos Island. Food security. Federal government didn't give states 30 billion naira each. Makinde replies Akpabio. Ogun begins sale of 100 trucks load of rice at cheaper rate. The poor, elderly, vulnerable to get free allocation. Multiple entries. Federal government denying domestic airlines growth opportunity. United Nigeria. Federal government considers ban on cooking gas. Gas exports to crash prices. Senate passes Southeast Development Commission bill. Obi denounces police dehumanizing arrest of Labour Party chairman Abure, says action a decoy to stifle opposition. Gunshots as hoodlums hijack trucks, steal food items in Niger. Next is Nigerian News Direct. Nigeria's economy falters as GDP growth falls to 2.74%, as according to National Bureau of Statistics. FAAC shares 1.149 trillion naira in January 2024 revenue to federal government, states and local governments. Oyetola Oyetola inaugurates 7 NPA patrol boats to boost maritime security. And above the masthead, economic hardship, Abiodun unveils initiative to distribute free to the poor. Lassa fever, NCDC registers 411 cases, 72 deaths in 6 weeks. 30 billion naira allocation, Makinde denies receiving additional funding from federal government. Growing hardship, Sanwo-Olu declares palliative measures, new work days for state workers. Next is the business day. Major rate hike expected as MPC meeting holds Monday. Bloodbath for multinationals as Naira slide wipes shareholders' funds. High food prices, direct result of insecurity, Pat Utomi. And then floating stone on water. You can read that up on the front page commentary for Business Day newspaper. Last but not least is Nature News newspaper. Federal government earmarks 60 billion naira to tackle carbon emission. Police arrest 109 suspects as illegal mining thrives in Nasarawa. Stakeholders move to combat land degradation in northern Nigeria. Health Minister may lift production ban on sachet alcoholic drinks. Environment Ministry issues heat wave advisory for pregnant women, infants. Groups partner to collect 250,000 plastic bottles in Benue. And Adams Yates forced to withdraw from UAE tour after crash. And then Governor Sanwo-Olu announces free meal, Sunday market, other relief measures. A nature fact: can egg yolk oil cure vitiligo? Can egg yolk oil cure vitiligo? You can read that on the front page of the Nature News newspaper. That's all for review.
Right. Some stories, that's one story that caught my attention is this one about youth attacking trucks, stealing food items in Niger State. And then another one, the writer there said Dikwa residents are threatening to join insurgents. It goes to show how bad the situation has become in some part of the country, but how the governor is engaging these persons, like we saw Lagos State Governor did yesterday, talking about the plans of the government for the state and the level of palliatives, talking about the Sunday market, the cooking, about getting 1,000 caterers, and then talking about free meal and all of that, and then some workers are going to work 3 times a week from a particular level 1 to 15 or so, and then the others would just have a day off within the week. And then there's a slash in the price of transportation, 25% slash. And then pregnant women would, across the 31 hospitals, talking about federal government hospitals or teaching hospitals, state teaching hospitals rather, will get free care.
Free
delivery
yeah.
As it is when it comes to delivery, whether it is a CS or whatever it is, you get free care. So what kinds of engagement are other state governments having with their citizens to alleviate this tension or this hardship, and to also help them understand that the government is here to cushion the effect, and then these persons will not be agitated? Because sometimes people just get agitated because they do not know what the plans government has, and they feel like they are on their own and the government is on its own and not engaging them, so they do not know what is going on.
Yes, it's a good initiative. The Lagos State Governor addressing, speaking to some journalists yesterday and announcing different palliative measures that will help cushion the impact of the economic crisis on Nigerians. That's a good one. I feel all of the state governors too, they need to follow suit, not necessarily doing it the way the Lagos State governor has done.
Absolutely not. Based on your peculiarities,
but
you can
it's very
just,
important
yes,
that they also come up with different initiatives, things that are peculiar to their state, mainly that will cushion the impact of hunger on people. On people. So, but at the same time, they should also talk to the media more, because people want to know what they are doing. If they are working underneath and people don't know what they're doing, they will still be accused of not doing anything. And those who have announced what they are doing, we want to see that they are doing it, not based on
implementation and not just
that's the way we
speaking.
see in Borno State, and I'll always keep saying that.
Right. We'll leave that conversation there now. And coming up on the show, DSS